Hello, everybody. How you doing? All right. Today we are going to talk about how to change your subconscious beliefs. So I put a post out there. I do a daily post right now. Anyways, it's called Maharaj Mantras, and one was about our subconscious beliefs. And I got a few questions on that, a few inquiries about, oh, I'd love to know more about that. How do you do that? And so today I'm going to go over a couple of hacks, and yeah, just waiting for a few more people to join on. I see Royne's on, so hey, thanks for watching, Royne. Um, so yeah, there's a couple of hacks. Basically, we have two minds, really. We have the conscious mind and we have the subconscious mind. And the conscious mind is the stuff we think about daily. It's expressive. We can read and learn in different ways. We get ideas. We can act on an idea. We can, take in information immediately. And the subconscious mind is a little different. It's more run on. It's running programs for us, basically. It's basically keeping us alive and keeping our heart pumping and our food digesting and all the things walking. Which muscles do you move when you're walking? And so the subconscious takes care of all those bodily functions. Our conscious mind, we can sort of, our short-term memory is only something like 10, 20 seconds, really. And then the rest of it, the rest of our memory is basically our memories from our subconscious. And then even at that, where do those memories live? That's a whole nother topic. We won't get into that today. But we will talk about just the workings, a little bit of the workings of the subconscious mind. So basically, it's running programs for us, and these, and it's very difficult to actually change the programming in our subconscious mind. With our conscious mind, we can try and change our habits, and we can decide to do something and do it, but sometimes when we want to change a habit or do something on a consistent basis differently, we make that conscious decision, and then we go 3 or 4 days to following our new routine, our new regimen, new habit, and then after 5 or 6 days we fall back into the same pattern that we've used in the past. We go back to the same habit. So why is that? Well, what's happening is our subconscious has programmed this pattern in, and it doesn't take well to new programming, consciously anyways. But there are hacks, there are ways to get into to get in and change that subconscious programming. So let's go back to how we got this programming in the first place. How did it get there? So basically, when we were kids, from 0 to age 6 or age 7, whatever, we are like sponges. We actually don't have much cognitive functioning at all, and we're sponges, and we're just absorbing everything in our environment, and we're just taking it in. So everything we see our parents doing, our caregivers doing, anyone who's close to us, we're just taking all this in, and all this activity is being programmed into our subconscious because we're just absorbing it, and we can't rationalize anything, really. We might, by the age, we're starting to have our own thoughts at that point, and starting to have a personality, but we're really don't understand why this happens. Why does someone behave in this way? Why did someone tell me not to do that? Similar to, I'll use the child and a candle, a lit candle. We're curious. We want to know what that thing is, and as toddlers and kids, we're touch based, and we need to touch everything. That's how we feel our world, and that's how we interpret our world, is through touch and taste. And even babies, when they're putting stuff in their mouth, they're not trying to taste it. They're actually trying to feel how the textures of things, because the tongue's so sensitive. So yeah, so if we see this candle burning, or this lit candle, and we go and have an experience of this flame and realize it's hot, all of a sudden now we don't know why we got burned, why the candle's hot, why. So we don't have that cognitive function. The message we got was, don't do that again. Fire, candle's bad. Stay away, and that just gets programmed into our subconscious. So most of our programming is done at that, in between those ages, 0 to 7, 0 to 8, 9 even. And then we get older, and depending on what program we got as kids, our reality reflects that. We have these subconscious beliefs, and what we believe we're putting out into the universe, and the universe reflects back to us basically our subconscious beliefs. So that's why even when we try and do affirmations, a lot of people find they don't work. They're effective, and I'm not saying they're totally useless. They are effective. If your affirmations are done in a way of like where you actually have a felt sense through that, and a heartfelt sense for that affirmation, like for example, I am worthy, and I'm worthy and loved by my family. And you may feel that. If you feel that in your heart and you send that message out, that's you're able to change some of your beliefs that way. Or in that case, the affirmation can be effective, and it can change your reality, because the signal is coming from the heart. The electromagnetic signal is so much bigger than the brain's electromagnetic signal. So it's a lot. It's a lot more effective than just saying, well, I am strong, and I manifest money, and without any real feeling. That really doesn't work. Getting back to the subconscious, I don't want to make this video too long, so a couple of hacks that I'm going to get to in a sec is during the reason I was talking about when the subconscious mind got programmed between the ages of 0 and 7 or 9, is our brain is in theta. So the brain waves at that age is in theta, and we're just absorbing. So it's later on in our adult life, and even in our teen life, we turn to alpha and beta, so different brainwave states of the brain. And as we slow down, and even meditation, we can get down into delta brainwaves. Theta is even lower than that, and then there's actually, I don't know, I can't remember the one below theta, because we're basically sleeping and unconscious at that point. So all that programming came in when our brain waves are in theta. And so one of the hacks is to make a recording of the beliefs, or of what you want to program into your subconscious. So you could make a recording or use someone else's. There's lots of recordings of affirmations, or I am loving, or I manifest money. There's lots of recordings out there. I recommend making your own, because then you can personalize it. You make your own recording. It's in your own voice. And so you can program your subconscious mind by making this recording and then listening to it as you go to sleep. Because what happens is as you go to sleep, your brain goes from alpha to beta to delta and then down to theta just before you fall asleep. And the same thing happens in the morning. So I recommend make a recording, you turn it on, and as you're going to sleep, as you go through theta, whatever you're hearing, that programming will actually enter into your subconscious and actually start to reprogram it. And it's not just going to happen, if you do it one time. Like I said, the subconscious gets programmed. So it 21 days is a number that I hear a lot out there. I actually haven't researched why that is. I guess I should. But 21 days seems to be the time it takes to reprogram that subconscious. Just want to give a shout out to everyone who's watching. Diane, Linda, Pundit, Naresh. All right, thanks, Karen. I'm glad you joined. This one's for you. You're the one who inspired me to do this, so I'm glad you're watching. Yeah, Mel, Darren, Elaine, Sam, thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, so coming back to the programming, it also, you go through those brainwave states as you wake up in the morning too. So you go from sleep to theta to delta to beta, alpha, and it's in that theta state where your subconscious is open enough to take that information in and put it into its programming. If right now I'm in alpha or beta brain state. If I could say to myself, you're worthy, and you are so worthy and loved by everyone in this universe, and my conscious brain is fighting that. Whether that's true or not, I'm talking about statements that you don't actually believe or are not in your subconscious programming. So that's one way. So I recommend making a recording of statements you want to program your subconscious mind with, and listen to it as you fall asleep. It would have to play all night for you to hear it in the morning too. But I have had experiences where I've woken up, played something, and then sort of drifted off back to sleep and come in and out of theta and in and out of lucid dream states. So that is a possibility too. Yeah, my wife Sashi does this too. Often I come to bed and she's got some recording going on, but she's already asleep. The second way, the time's running here. Second way, a quick hack to program the subconscious is through Psych K. Psych K is a technique where you take a belief or something that you may not believe about yourself, but want to have this subconscious belief. It could be, I manifest money easily and effortlessly and quickly. Let's say that. I manifest money effortlessly and quickly and effortlessly. So the technique is, I'm going to move back a bit. Technique is you take one leg, cross it over the other, like that. So it doesn't matter left or right. So I took my right leg, crossed it over my left, so they cross at the ankles, And then I take my hands, so I'm going to get under here, and cross them over in the opposite. So my legs, my right leg is on top. So when I cross my hands, my left hand is on top. I reach out, clasp those two hands, and you can bring them into your heart if you like. You don't have to. Basically, you just want to cross the legs, cross the hands in the opposite direction. And so what this does is we have electrical circuits running through our body. So I'm going to uncross for now. We have electrical circuits running through our body. And as soon as we cross our legs, there's a change in the circuitry. The circuitry changes. And we cross our hands. So I'm going to go that way. Circuitry changes again. And what happens is the left and right brain start to communicate with each other. So most of the time we wish something, and it's either the right brain focused or it's left brain focused. So with the crossing of the hands and the legs, we engage both hemispheres of the brain, and so connecting this circuit. So now both hemispheres of the brain are engaged, and so what we want to do is I'm not going to do this, but I'm just going to demo it. As we want to take that belief that we want to instill into our subconscious, and just start to close our eyes and just start to repeat it in our mind over and over. And as we repeat it, things are going to come up. Things are, our conscious brain our conscious mind is going to tell us, no, you're not. No, you can't manifest. No, you can't do that. And you don't deserve this. And no, that's, no, you can't have that. And so invite all that in. So as you're saying the belief you want to input into the programming of your subconscious, as you're saying it, you're going to get resistance. Invite the resistance in. Let it come in, and just keep repeating that statement until your conscious mind stops fighting it and starts to integrate it. And that is starting to allow your subconscious to take that information in and program it. And you'll find by the end of it, and it takes, it only takes 3 to 5 minutes or so, but at the end of it, you'll feel this peace, like there's no resistance, and there's ways to test whether that new belief has taken root or not. And if you want, I can help you do that. There's a whole bunch of testing around that particular technique. I gave you the technique in itself, but before, there's some testing that can be done before and after, whether whether you're ready to take on this new belief or not. Whether your body's ready to take it, whether you even have a block to it in the first place. So there is some testing. If you want to do that, you can get a hold of me. Just PM me, and we can talk about that. And I love today's topic. It's the subconscious mind is so interesting. So what else do I want to say about that? Yeah, so the other thing we were talking about programming the subconscious mind. You can do it consciously. You don't have to get into the theta brain state as you're falling asleep. I'll give you an example, is driving a car. We all learned to drive a car when we first learned. We're figuring out everything and very conscious of where we are and what we're doing. And now we drive. We don't even think about what we're doing. We're having a conversation. We get to our destination. We go, oh, wow, I don't even remember how we got here. That's subconscious. So that's when the subconscious mind has taken over that program. It knows it. But the reason it knows it is because you've done it repetitively so many times that it's, what we call second nature is basically our subconscious mind running a program. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, Christine. KK Chobe, thanks, man. Thanks for watching. Bahar, how you doing? All right, Sam Chatterjee, thanks for watching. I'm gonna sign off. If you do want to know more about, I do use some of these techniques with my clients when I'm coaching, and some personal when I do some personal work on other people. So if you do want to change your subconscious mind and programs, I can help you do that, and I'd love to see you in the future. I'll have more videos coming out. I've got one that came up the other day about just about the heart's electromagnetic field, and that's such an interesting topic as well. So I'd love to get into that one at some point. And once again, Karen Samato, thank you very much for inspiring this live. We'll talk to you all later. Bye.